Hello everyone, myself Dr. Leena, Assistant Professor, School of Law, Maharaja Gasir University, Baddi. My topic of discussion is Introduction to Cybercrime. As we know, we are living in the era of the cyber anxiety. We, as being a human, we are always having the lust towards the development. We want to explore more and more. In this field of the development, in this field of the know more and more, what we had done, we had made an experiment. We had done we had the invention of the computer, and after then we have the invention of the internet, which itself is the invention which is made by the as an experiment, which is done by the United Nations Defense Department, as they want such a such a instrument, such a thing which can save their data even in the situation where everything is destroyed, like in the nuclear war, everything is destroyed, but they want their data can be saved. So as a result, what the ARPANET has given, ARPANET has given us the internet. And in this development, in this era of development, we have the further development of the information and the technology. Information and technology, it consists of the two words, information and the technology. When we talk about the information and technology, we talk about the IT. What it consists of? It consists of the hardware, software, and the people, users, data, everything. So what all these inventions, computer, internet, information and technology, what it gives to us? It gives to us a cyber space, a cyber area where we live in the, as I start with the word that we are having the cyber anxiety. We are living in the cyber space, which itself is created with the use of the computer and the internet. Users, they create it. We users are the creator of this cyberspace. Cyberspace is the virtual world where we live, where we communicate, where we work, where we do everything. It says in this world, everything is available, from the needle to the aeroplane. What we want, we can search. So it says now we become the netizens where we live in the cyberspace. So it says wherever there is the society, there is the crime. Crime is the socio-economic development. So it is now we are living in the virtual world, cyber area, cyberspace. There itself is the crime, cyber crime. So cyber crime, it says from the human, from the day human society developed, crime itself is developed. Cyber crime, it consists of, it is not an old sort of the crime to the word. It is defined as an criminal activity which takes place on or over the medium of computers, internet, or other technology that is recognized by the Information Technology Act. Cyber crime or cyber or the, we can say, computer crime, it refers to any crime that involves a computer or the network where the computer may or may not have played an instrumental part in the commission of the crime. Net crime, it refers to more precisely to criminal exploitation of the internet, because it says we are living in the cyberspace where we use the computer, where there is the internet, because if you have the internet, you can live in the cyberspace. So internet itself is the double-edged weapon. Itself is a double-edged weapon, because it says internet, it is for the benefit, as I already told you that internet, it is for the benefit of the society, but when it reaches the hand of the, when it reaches the hand of the criminal-minded person, then it becomes the weapon. So internet is the double-edged weapon. So when we go through the cybercrime history, we find that the first record of the cybercrime, it took place in 1820. It is a case where the Jacquard had made a some weaving machine where their design can itself be made again and again. So this is not a surprising consideration, the fact that the abacus, which is thought to be the earliest form of the computer, has been around since 3500 BC in India, Japan and China. The era of the modern computer which is begin with the analytical engine of the Charles Babbage. The first, with that, the cybercrime is created. With that, there is the another invention, internet, then the information and technology. So era begins with the development of the computer. It says the first, when we go through the spam, the first email spam took place in the 1976 when it was spent over the ARPANET. The first virus was installed on the Apple computer in the 1982 when high school student, he is a high school student, Rich Akrinta, dwelt in the IK cloner. So what is the cybercrime? As it is defined, it says, and it is as it is defined by Dr. Volodymyr. He is the Ukraine director of the Computer Crime Research Center. Once in an interview that was held on the 27th April 2004, he defines the cybercrime. He defines it as any illegal behavior that is directed by the means of electronic operations that targets the security of the computer system and the data that is processed by them. Then there is the another definition, as I already told to you, that it is cybercrime which is created, which is done by the use of the internet, because when the internet touches the hand of the, it comes in the hands of the criminal minded person, then it becomes the weapon, then the criminal activity is done on the cyberspace. So it is any criminal activity. When we talk about the cyberspace, it consists of any criminal activity that uses the computer either as an instrumentality, either as a target, or a means for perpetuating further crimes that comes within the ambit of cybercrime. Cybercrime, what it has to do? It has to do wreaking of havoc on the computer. It is to destroy your computer data networks through the interception, interference, and the destruction of such data or the system. It involves the committing of the crime against the computer system or the use of the computer in committing the crime. That means here the computer is the victim, computer is the weapon, computer is the witness. Since it is committed by the computer on the computer. So cybercrime may be said to be those spaces of which genus is the conventional crime. There is the behind every crime, it says it is the modern way of committing the traditional crimes, where either the computer is an object or the subject to conduct constituting the crime. Cybercrime, it means any criminal or the other offenses that is facilitated or involves the use of electronic communication and information system, including any device or the internet or any one or more of them. As I told you, it is a conventional, it is a genus is the conventional crime behind the cybercrime. Like theft is there. Now there is the data theft. So when we go towards the nature and the scope of the cybercrime, what it is? Since cybercrime is the socially correlated phenomena, because I told you crime it is a socio-economic phenomena. So crime is the social correlated phenomena. Complexity of the society determines the complexity of the crime that evolves around it. The advancement of the technology, it has produced new socio-economic and the political problem in the society. Instead of helping the state in controlling the problem, it has created new complex situation which is difficult to understand. Cybercrime, it is difficult, and day by day new crime is created. Day by day we find there is another crime, new type of the cybercrime is committed, which is created by the use of the internet facilities. Even more difficult to apply the current law to the face situation, because we find the new laws in the new time, daily new laws, it is difficult to the judiciary to which law is to apply to this crime. So the evolution of information technology has given us so many advantages to deal with the future problems and grow with the rapid rate, but also it has provided the scope for the criminals to commit their crime with the least chance of detection. It has become a global phenomenon. It is not only cyberspace, cybercrime, it is created in the cyberspace which has no boundary, no national boundaries, no international boundaries, no physical boundaries. So it becomes the global phenomena which can be created from anywhere to the anywhere. Understanding and regulation of cybercrime can be the national, but has cannot be the national, but it has to be the international. So what the cybercrime consists of? What are the characteristics of the cybercrime? It says it is a commission of an illegal act using a computer, its system or application. Unlawful acts wherein the computer is either a tool or target, or the both. Crime that is committed in the computer environment, that is perpetrated in the computer environment. Here the criminals are the young, smart with technology, have the knowledge of the technology, they are techno experts. Transnational and interstate criminals have the jurisdiction issue, as it can be committed from anywhere to anywhere. Strong audit trail, mostly non-violent crimes, veil of enmity, and sometimes it is difficult to find out, difficult to work out. So when we go through, if we find that there is the how the cybercrime is classified, there is the classification of the cyber. It can be classified into the 4 major categories, like cybercrime against the individual, against the property, against the organization, and against the society. Cybercrime against the individual, which is created, which harm the particular individual, like harassment, like the defamations, like data theft, like there is a one case, Suhas case, which is the case of sending the obscene material to the lady. Lady has a friendly relations with the boy, but she is married to the another boy, and after some time she gets the divorce with her husband. And when after the divorce, that boy again comes in the contact with that lady, and the lady again rejects the proposal of that. After the rejection, what the boy has done, he is sending the obscene materials, obscene mails, and to that lady. And that is the case which was first case. It is a leading case which is decided under the section 67 of the Information and Technology. Then there is a cybercrime against the property. It includes the crime against, like, data theft, that because data itself is your property. Data theft is there. Virus is sent to your property, like malicious virus, which is the first virus which has destroyed the economy of the US. Then there is a cybercrime against the organization. It includes the crime like the cyber terrorism, like the crime theft, because it's a crime against the governmental organization. Cyber terrorism, it is defined under the section 66 of the Information Technology Act 2000. It says when the thing is committed for hurting the security of the nation. So cybercrime, it is a crime which is defined under the section 66 Act. It includes the crime which is data theft, which is creating the data theft of the organization. Crime against the society, it itself includes the trafficking, defamation, obscene material, pornography sites. All these are the crime which is against the society. On that basis, we can say, we can differentiate, we can have the various types of the crime, like the data theft, hacking without the permission, without the consent of the owner. Somebody enters, somebody get the access of the one's information, one's data. It is the hacking. Then the spreading of the virus and the worms. Then the phishing. Phishing itself is like the net. It is created from the word phishing. Like when we go for the phishing, we spread the net, and a lot of the fishes we can get. So phishing is itself. Lot of the spam mails are sent on the one's emails, so that he can't access his own email and get through it. And which once he enters in it, the data is theft. There is a data theft of that person. Then the cyber stalking, as I already discussed with you in the case of the Suhas, cyberbullying, obscenity, pornography, child pornography, cyber defamation, defacement, cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism, the first case of the cyber terrorism is the 9/11 case, which is done in the US against the US by the Al Qaeda. That is the case of the cyber terrorism.